Hello there YouTube, Polar Bear 084 here, back with another episode of A Bear's Guide to Hunting. And today we are truly and properly into G rank with what will be our first new creature that we encounter in G rank. It is the first of the many G rank variations that you'll run into, the Plum Daimyo Hermitaur, which, as you may have guessed, is a purple Daimyo Hermitaur. There are some differences between him and a regular Daimyo Hermitaur, the most notable being just how very strong he is, to the point I should really probably drink an Armorskin. He can also just do a water jet whenever he wants, and it's huge, so make sure you never ever get hit by that. Ever. So yeah, Plum Daimyo Hermitaur. If you go with the setup that I have, this won't be the first G-rank monster you fight, but if you just use the... he's doing a backwards charge, so I'll just roll out of the way. But if you use the lower version of this, which is the true Devil Slicer, I believe, you can still kill him. I think I did use that at one point just to see if it still worked. And it does. You can kill him. It takes a lot longer, though. So, that hurts. Alright, so what I'm using is the Wailing Cleaver. I think he's just doing it randomly. Yeah, he's just doing it randomly. So we can just wait for him to stop and then heal. So yeah, I'm using the Wailing Cleaver, which is the G-rank true Devil Slicer. It uses G-rank Kizu materials, most specifically the special Kizu Special Cut, which is very, very difficult to get, and the only way you can, or the best way to get it, is by capturing the Kizu. The only problem with that is that where you fight Kizu in the old jungle, the only area you can capture him in is Area 3, and he very, 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 very rarely goes to Area 3. So, I think it's Area 3. If not, I'll put it in Bear's Broken Brain, where he actually goes that he's capturable with a Pitfall Trap. So, anywhere else he is, you're going to have to try and capture him with a Shock Trap, which, as you may have guessed, is basically impossible because it's Kizu, and he is very lightning in and of himself. Where did he go? When Daimyo Hermitaur doesn't come up anywhere, it means he's just going to pop up where he went down, and he's going to do it once and then just surface, and that'll be the end of that attack. Very similar to the Hermitaur in that way, so if you don't see him, don't worry about it. This is the biggest problem with his water jet, is that frankly, the distance it can hit is just not allowed. It's not okay. Referee, how did you let this happen to me? So if you see the water jet and you have the ability to roll always, because you may think you're out of range, but you almost certainly aren't. But yeah, so you need the only G-rank material you need for the Wailing Cleaver is the Kizu Special Cut, and everything else is G-rank ore, so Elite Light ore. You can very easily get that from going on a little gathering quest, which is easy enough. You can also get it from the Poke Farm. If you use the last two resource nodes that you can mine from in the Poke Farm, you can get Elite Light from there as well. So Elite Light's easy to get, uses Tiger-X Scales Plus, which if you have True Devil Slicer already, which you almost certainly do, because how else did you beat 2 Tiger-X to get through to high rank, or the end of high rank in the first place. But if you have True Devil Slicer, getting Tiger-X Scales Pluses is not going to be difficult. Alright. And then the other thing is, we're still using our Obituary Tester. Obituary Tester S. And it's very good. Evasion +2 is honestly, frankly, too good, to the point that I think the next armor I make in G-rank is either going to be the G-rank Obituary armor, or it's going to be the it's going to be something that has the ability to get Evasion +2 on it through gems, because I can't get rid of this skill now that I've had it. I've been consumed. So that right there, what you just witnessed, is the most dangerous move he has, where, like Daimyo Hermitaur, he jumps right up in the air, but unlike Daimyo Hermitaur, he can transition in midair and land on top of you pretty much wherever you are. It doesn't seem to have what I would call much of a range. If you're standing on the other side of the arena from him, he's probably not going to hit you with it. But I can't give you any guarantees really, because it seems like he can go as far as he wants with that attack. Alright, here's the other problem with him. He is really, really fast when he's enraged. And his, as you can see, look, I mean, that's quite far for him to just move. And also, the range on that when he lands is very, very wide. Very similar to Daimyo Hermitaur in that respect, actually. Daimyo Hermitaur, when he jumps up and down, the range on that's pretty wide too. So whenever you see him jump, count 1, 2, 3, and then roll. 2, 3, and roll. Because it just seems like he can go pretty much anywhere with that attack, and so always be ready for him to land close enough to you to do a lot of damage. In fact, I actually died the first time I fought him, because I thought, no, he can't hit me from here. And he did. He really did. But yeah, so that's enough about my setup. Obituary Tester, the Wailing Cleaver, that should be all you need, really. Wailing Cleaver's got a fantastic amount of sharpness, a ridiculous amount of damage, as I'm sure you saw in Bear's Broken Brain. And also, it's just very good in general. Alright, sometimes he doesn't always move when he does the jump attack, but most of the time he'll float in your general direction in midair, and so be aware of that. When he digs underground, he can come up right underneath you. He can also just not do anything and go to another area. So when he digs down, he's either going to another area, he's going to dig up right underneath you, or he's going to dig up randomly around you. It's one of those. Or he won't do, you'll notice that he just doesn't move and doesn't do anything, in which case he's going to come up right where he dug down. I don't know if that is intended. It feels to me like a glitch in the AI, where it just doesn't know where to attack, so it does nothing, and then surfaces again. But yeah, Daimyo Hermitaur's not going to be too bad if you have, especially if you have this weapon. If you have the True Devil Slicer, it's going to take you a little while. Longer than it is going to take us in this quest. But the upgrading it to the Wailing Cleaver is not the worst thing in the world. The most difficult part, honestly, is killing Kizu. Killing G-Rank Kizu is really tricky because we've only just got into G-Rank, really. Like, we just got in a couple of quests ago. And so we don't have that many G-Rank level weapons that can put out G-Rank level damage. And so it's really, really tricky to actually like get them down within the time limit, especially Kizu, who can really kind of waste a lot of your time. Alright, so when he does this charge, all you need to do is roll to the left or right, depending on which side of his skull you're on. But it's very, very difficult to get hit by that unless you're in a combo, which I'm about to be. There you go. It does quite a bit of damage. Like, quite a bit. Like, that's easily half my health. But thankfully, he gives you a decent amount of time to recover, and also focuses on my cat quite a lot, which is nice. Alright, so we roll. Just because, again, the width on that beam is way wider than what it looks. And it caught me off guard so many times when I first fought him. Alright, he's taunting. I'm going to take advantage here. There we go. I actually was able to knock him down in the middle of that attack, so that's good. Okay, that hurt. That's what it looks like when you get landed on. And it's really not good. Alright, where's he coming up? The way you dodge this is you wait. If you don't see anything at this point, he's not coming up. He's gonna surface right where he went down. See, there he is. But the way you do this is you wait for to hear a kind of rumbling sound, and then you roll. And hope that he doesn't catch you in the middle of the roll. There's no foolproof way to do this, basically, is what I'm saying. But I'm sure you know that with Shogun Senator. Alright, his little shell hiding thing is much more dangerous than Daimyo Hermitaur's. Because if you hit him, he can jump up into the air, he can do an instant charge jump backwards. So if you hit him from behind, he'll do an instant charge jump backwards, which will hit you. Because there's no way you're dodging that. If you hit him from the side, he'll instantly do a claw swipe, which will hit you, because you can't dodge that. Why did you do this to me, Gen Prey? Why? Why, oh why, oh why? Alright, there we go. Alright, see how far he can travel? If I was still there, he'd have hit me. But yeah, so when he's hiding behind his claws and his little kind of defensive burrito that he does, don't touch him. Much like Daimyo Hermitaur, just wait for him to come out of that little hidden, like his little hidey hole there, and then hit him. Yeah, you see how that still hit me? Even though I was way, way off to the left. That is what that beam does, and it is terrible. Alright, I think I saw that the supplies arrived, so let's go get those. I wouldn't mind a little bit of a heal anyway. Leave me alone, Gen Prey. What have I done to you except murdered a lot of you? Leave me alone, seriously, what? Just stop hopping. Quit your hopping. I don't know where this is going to take me. It took me back here. Wait. What? It took me back into the... What? I'm confused. I don't know if that did what I wanted it to do. I really don't think it did. But we're leaving. Slowly. Like, really slowly. Come on. Alright, we're out. This is base. So this is the old desert. You probably haven't seen it yet. The reason I came back here is because I wanted to get a map. Because these old areas that you haven't seen are really difficult to navigate. They aren't designed with the same kind of learning lessons that they learned when they made these. Because these are from Monster Hunter 1. So... in between Monster Hunter 1 and Monster Hunter Freedom and Monster Hunter 2 and all of that, they learned a lot about how to make an area easier to navigate. So like you can see here, there's kind of a circle here. You can go from through 1, 3, then into 10, and then into 7 and into 2 and then back to base. But it's a huge, huge circle. And there's a lot of dead ends like cropping off here, there, and everywhere. And whereas if you compare that to the desert that you've been accustomed to in this game, that has a lot of different shortcuts, and you can go pretty much from where you are to any other area within like 2 areas. So it takes 2 areas to get from one place to the other. Whereas here, if I'm in area 3 and I want to get to, well actually, no, if I'm in base and I want to get to like say area 10, I have to go through 2 and 7, which are huge, or all the way around the back, which takes a long time. So definitely grab a map for your first couple of quests, so you can understand where on earth everything is, because there's a lot to learn here with these new areas that they reintroduced in G rank. All right, let's see here. All right, so Sonic Bum, much with Daimyo Hermitaur or anything that digs underground, as long as it's not enraged, you can pop him back out from underground, and that's always good. I don't think it acts like a pitfall for him. I don't really know, because I haven't tried it yet. So I guess if he goes underground and he's not enraged, I'll try it. Alright, I'm just going to preemptively roll. Yeah, that little kind of bear hug he does is very damaging. It also knocks you over, which is really bad, because then he can get a follow-up attack in on you, and if it's the water pulse, then you're probably dead. So you really want to stay, much like with Daimyo Hermitaur. I'll put the video up there if you want to kind of see a more comprehensive list of what to do against him specifically, if you're struggling with, say, like normal Daimyo Hermitaur. Didn't seem to do anything, did it? I think he left the area. Okay, we'll go to the other area then. Of course he left right when Paintball wore off. Yeah, but if you're struggling with Daimyo Hermitaur, that's in the top right. But much like with normal Daimyo Hermitaur, he's just he can do some invisible damage. But other than that, he's not too threatening. The only threatening thing about him here is that this is G rank, so everything about him is threatening, because all of the damage he can do, the slight differences he can do in his movements, all that kind of stuff, all the things that catch you off guard at this point. There's the bear hug. You see how it knocked me over there? Did a decent amount of damage as well. Alright, just rolled past him there so we didn't get hit by that charge. Because as you've seen, it's really not good. It's not good to get hit by that. You can break his shell, I believe, twice. Alright. Rolling past that. There we go. It's not quite as easy to dodge if you don't have evasion +2, obviously. And that's why I like evasion +2. It's going to have to be on every single one of my armors now, because it's too useful. I mean, there are so many times where I needed an extra 2 evasion, and I just never had it. Oh yeah, the other thing about Plum Daimyo Hermitaur as well that you may notice is that you can knock him down a lot, but he does not stay down for long. So unlike Daimyo Hermitaur, unlike Red Daimyo Hermitaur, you can't take advantage of those moments quite as frequently as you can here, for example. Right, he's just surfacing in the same place. Very good. Alright, see, he's been down for about 2, 3, about 4 seconds. He did unenrage in the middle there, so that's probably why he was down a little longer than before. Alright, I'm going to see if I can get a combo up here. Ow. I do wish that... I do like in the new games how the endemic life just don't get involved in these fights. Because it's just, you know... doesn't really feel like it's their fight, really. I have no qualms with you, cute dinosaur. Alright, let's try this. That was the wrong direction and the wrong time. But once again, you can see just how devastating it is to be caught by that attack. Like, it's really, really not good. Alright, I'm going to trust it. There we go. He does it about 5 or 6 times, and then you're fine. I am going to catch him with a Sonic Bomb. What if I just do it now? Nope. I think it is when he's underground. I'm pretty sure. I'll put it in Bear's Broken Brain if I don't figure it out after this, with this last bomb. Let's see. He's charging me. You can see how we kind of made some small adjustments there. This is going to be very bad. Oh good, he wasn't aiming at me. That's good. So there does appear to be some kind of range, because he didn't actually hit my cat. Seems like, I'd say about a body length, the size of him. That's about how wide of a circle he can go. Alright, there we go. There we are. Yeah, it seems about right. If he's standing there with his claws outstretched in a circle, that's how far he can travel when he does that jump. That seems to be correct. You'll get the feel of that pretty quickly. Alright, remember the distance that he can hurt you in that attack is wider than it looks as well. That's as you can see, like a lot of his attacks, they hit a lot wider than they seem like they should. Rolling away from where he's moving, because I don't want to get hit by that. Yeah, there's just a lot of kind of juking and jiving with Daimyo Hermitaur. You attack from the sides, only ever attack from the sides, never attack from the front, unless you want to get charged, never attack from the back, unless you want to get charged, much like that. I was trying to roll away, it was a stupid idea, really. I would love to heal. That would be really nice, if we could get some healing in. This is a bad place to heal. I'm doing a leap of faith because I felt like I was going to get hit by that. And that does work when he does the jump attack, because when he's down for so long after the jump that you have enough time to pick yourself back up and not get hit by something. But you can kind of see the biggest problem with Daimyo Hermitaur is finding time to sharpen, finding time to heal. That's like, this is the best time to sharpen or heal, because if you don't hit him and nothing else hits him, he'll sit there for a couple of seconds, and it's really nice. Alright. Sleeping over here. Wind pressure travels pretty far for that attack as well. And we're going to go back to it, I think. You see how far away I was and I still got hit by that? Even with evasion +2, if you're underneath him when he jumps, it's going to hit you. Unless you don't have your weapon out and you can run and jump, it's going to hit you. Alright, let's see if we can't get at least somewhere close to a full heal here. Alright, he's moving slowly. We'll use that to our advantage. We just roll through the legs. If you are attacking from the front, roll through the legs, always. It's incredibly useful. Sometimes the game doesn't like where you end up. It's very upset about it. Alright, last time. No, I don't know. I'll put it in Bear's Broken Brain. It should pop up in the bottom left of the screen there. Whatever on earth the Sonic Bombs are supposed to do. it doesn't seem like they do anything, really, except make me sad. It looks like he went to a different area again. I need to paintball him. Doesn't announce it as vividly or as loudly as, say, Daimyo Hermitaur does. You're only going to end up fighting him in one of these two areas, though. 2 or 7. I haven't seen him in 10, haven't seen him in 3, haven't seen him in 1. It only seems to be in the desert biomes. Oh yeah, that's another thing too. If he's far away from you and he starts charging backwards, he'll do like a couple of mini hops before he actually hops. So just because you're far away doesn't mean he can't hit you with that attack. But it does give you time to react, because the little hops kind of slow him down a bit, but not much. I think those are all of his attacks though. You've got this under the ground stab that he does. He jumps up and lands on you, hides in his shell, and then attacks you. There's the little kind of push, and then the jump that he does. The water jet, which is much wider than it looks. That little kind of push with his claws. Backwards charge again. Swipe with one claw or the other. He can do both. He's not too picky when it comes to that attack. I'm just going to roll twice so I'm out of the range. Alright. And not out of the range. Yeah, see, that's the biggest problem with that attack. The lead for it is so short, and he can really kind of do it whenever he pleases. Alright, he's after me. He's after me. Now he's kind of doing it in a circle, I think, around me. Alright, I believe. Yeah, there we go. Alright, I've got time to heal again, so he might as well. You can see how quickly I'm burning through healing items, even though he hasn't hit me that much. Every hit is so devastating that it basically uses a mega potion and a regular potion, which is kind of astounding to me. Roll. Okay, he moved forward a bit, which is why that didn't hit me. So I got lucky there, more than anything else. And that's what you're going to need, honestly, with some of these attacks, because, like I said, he can jump so quickly that it's really hard to actually react. You definitely don't have time to say, put your sword away and then run, either. And that's where the advice of kind of going in, hitting, and then running away really comes into play. Let's see, need some more cool drinks. Very nice. That wasn't supposed to be a leap of faith, that was supposed to be a run and a roll. Like I've shown before in a couple of videos where you can just run and then let go of run and roll. It's really useful to dodge a lot of creatures, especially, say, Tigrex, who does a lot of those charge attacks that you want to make sure that you aren't spending so much time recovering, because he's fast enough that he can punish you for that. So if you dodge with a leap of faith, he's quick enough to turn around and already be running at you again by the time you've stood up. There we go. Roll sideways, dodges that at least. Alright. It's gonna hurt. Yep. I don't think you can roll through the damage like you can with a lot of these attacks. Like that, for example, I rolled through the damage cone, so I was okay. But I'm pretty sure with the jump, you can't roll through it. The damage hitbox lasts long enough that I think it will always get you if you're close enough. You just have to roll far enough away that it's not going to hit you. Okay, he does go to Area 3. He didn't do that last time. Or the other time I fought him, for that matter. But he did this time. Which is fine, because I'm going to go back to heal, get some more cool drinks, and we'll head through Area 1 to get to him. That's okay with me. Yeah, he, unlike Daimyo Hermitaur and Shogun Senator for that matter, they don't just... He doesn't linger underground before going to a new area. He goes underground and then he's in a new area. So that's where some of the confusion can come in, where you think he's still with you even though he isn't, or and you may think he moved to Area 7, but it clearly didn't, because you have there's no plume of dust to follow. So definitely keep him paintballed at all times. Just for your own sanity, more than anything else. I'll take pretty much all of these. There we go. I'll eat another ration. But you can see, even with a G-rank weapon like the Wailing Cleaver, this is still taking quite a while. He has a lot of the G-rank variants, like Copper Blangonga and Jade Kongolala. Or Emerald Kongolala, sorry. A lot of them just have a lot of health. A lot of damage output, a lot of health. Alright. Sometimes he can get stuck into a kind of eating animation, which is kind of nice and useful. But not today. If you look closely at his... I mean, I guess you can't see his mouth now. I'm going to take this time to kill his minion, because that's enough of that. If you look closely at his mouth, you'll see that he's got the same weakness sign as his distant cousin, which is that his mouth is spurting black liquid. That means he's weak. That means we're close to the end here. We've chipped one of his claws. Oh, I rolled the wrong way, but I was able to roll back the other way and save my life, so that was good. Alright. Yeah, you just do that, because that gives me some time to do this. Wait for the rumble. Okay, no rumble. He's probably going to come up right where he went down. I can literally stand here and most likely be safe. Yeah, he's in the exact same place. Yeah, if you don't see him surface within the first couple of seconds... Yeah, you can't roll through the damage cone, but if you don't see him surface within the first couple of seconds, you're pretty much safe. I think he has my number here. Oh, he slowed down. That's good, I'm glad he did that. Also in G rank, do not be afraid to leave the area and heal. Because even though he's weak, there's no point in me dying. Every weapon in G rank costs a lot of money. All the armor in G rank costs a lot of money. So if you can avoid dying and losing some of that money you'll get from the quest rewards, I would highly recommend it. So just leave, heal, and then go back in. It really doesn't matter. As long as he's dead and you haven't died, you get the same reward, so you might as well. Also sharpen as well. Leave the area, sharpen. Alright, he is asleep, so I'm gonna take my own advice and sharpen. Fantastic. Alright, let's kill him, shall we? There we go. I knew he was close, but I would rather play it safe, take an extra minute, than die. Because then it would take even longer. But yeah, that's Plum Daimyo Hermitaur. Not too difficult for a G rank creature. It does do a lot more damage than you expect. A lot of its attacks have a wider range than you would expect as well. So those things will catch you off guard. They definitely caught me off guard. But as long as you pay attention to that, as long as you always stay on the left side or the right side of him, you're going to be perfectly fine. And make sure you get the Wailing Cleaver. Like I said, it uses a Kizu special cut, it uses Elite or Tiger X scale pluses, and something else that's high rank. It only uses 2 G rank materials, and it has ridiculous stats, like 960 attack, 540 thunder. Absolutely insane, especially against a Hermitaur who's weak to lightning. Never mentioned that until now, but he's weak to thunder. I'm sure you already assumed this. Every Hermitaur is weak to this. Every crab, even Shogun Cienator, and Hermitaur and Plum Hermitaur, they're all weak to lightning. So, but that's going to do it. I hope this helped you. I hope that you have been enjoying the editing I've added with Bear's Broken Brain, actually having it in the video. I feel like that's more helpful, because instead of having to go to the description to get the information, it's just right there. It's right there, and you can get it whenever you need it. And hopefully that's more useful. So if you like this video, go ahead and leave a like. It helps other people find these videos if they're just getting into G rank themselves in this fantastic game. You know, maybe they could do with the help too. So make sure you leave a like. It really helps the channel, helps other people find the channel. It's all good things, I'm sure you know. I'm sure you've been told this 100 times over. And I would love to hear your comments. If you have any suggestions or improvements you'd like to suggest, or just even questions, throw them in the comments. I'm always happy to have a chat. And so that's going to do it. I hope this helps you. I hope you've been enjoying this series. And happy hunting.